So today was a interval Monday and I did it on the tread and not really much to report. I was pretty excited because it was a 45-minute with Matt with the Peloton and I did not expect myself to be able to run. He likes to do like longer intervals and it's the last time that I see 2 miles on my journey until the week of the run. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna run jog the 2 miles, and then after that I can walk. But I actually felt like running, so I actually ran the entire time. Once I hit 2 miles, I did take walking, which is totally fine. So that's that. Things that I've noticed is that I'm super bloated all the time. Like, I don't know, I really think it's from the running that's making me bloated, but I don't know, it could be nutrition too, because I'm super hungry after the day after I run. And the one thing I hate is like lower body sweat. Like, ladies, I'm sure you know what I mean. So dark pants are like my favorite. But yeah, other than that, it's going good. Started week 4 today and super excited. Tomorrow I have stacked a 45-minute strength class, so it's the first time in a long time that I've done only strength, so that'll be good. And then I have another run, probably on the tread on, what day is today? Oh, it's Monday. On Wednesday, and then Thursday's flex, so like a rest or active recovery day. And then I don't have the rest of the week figured out yet, so I'll talk to you later. Peace out. Hey! So it's Wednesday. So Wednesday's pace run. Today I did a progression run on the treadmill. For some reason when I do the treadmill, my hips get super tight compared to doing it outside. So that's something that I noticed. I also noticed this week that I have some body recomposition. I'm actually up in weight, but the way my clothes fit and the way I see myself in the mirror is different than the previous weeks. I don't know. So my treadmill said I ran 3.1 in I think it was like 34 minutes, something like that. My Fitbit doesn't track the treadmill very nicely, so I might have to do some research to figure out how I can track better on the treadmill and get that. But I did a progression run and it felt so good. I started out, it was 2 6-minute intervals, and I started out in the low 11-minute mark, and then 3 3-minute intervals, and I moved from the 10 minutes to just under 9, and then it was 2 90-second intervals, and I ran a 10-minute 10-second, and then 9-minute and 50-second. And then today's goal was 3 miles, so I stopped doing by time and started doing by mileage this week. And so previous weeks it was just kind of like time, and then as long as I got close to the mileage. So I had a half a mile to go, and then I went down to a 12-minute pace, and I finished out my 3 miles, and I actually ran 3.1 because I wanted to run a 5K. And then also I decided that I'm not finishing at exactly what it is. Like, if it's 3 miles, I'm going to go 3.1 just to prove to myself mentally that I can do it. Today was really hard. Like, I don't know how I feel about the treadmill now that I ran outside. Mileage seems to take a lot longer even when I cover it up. And it's nice that I can kind of push myself knowing that I can do it. For outside, I kind of have a hard time getting to that 10-minute mark. But long run on Saturday, probably Saturday, maybe Sunday, depending on weather. And that will be outside for sure, so I'll check in with you guys then. And yeah, that's all I got. Week 4 is almost done, so it's crazy how fast these weeks are going. I do feel like I'm cheating on my bike. Like, it's so sad. But tomorrow is a flex day. I'm actually super sore. I was just saying last week that I wasn't really sore, this week I'm super sore. I don't know if it's from running on the treadmill or what, but we'll see. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Hey, so I just wanted to jump on and give a little bit of an update. Yesterday I had some what I think is sciatic nerve pain, and this morning I woke up with a little bit but not much, and so I did do the 5K, the 3.1 miles on the tread. Like I said in the video that will be with this video when I upload it, for some reason I get super tight and I'm more sore doing runs on the tread versus outside, so that might determine which way I train more often with. But tonight I have this shooting pain in what I think is my sciatic nerve. So like when I step, it hurts so bad. I feel like I can barely walk. Thankfully I got my steps in for the day so I can just chill. I did use our massage gun to try and help, and that actually kind of made it worse. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. It's supposed to be a flex day. I had a bike boot camp planned out, but I might just do either like a walk or recovery bike ride. I'm not quite sure. We'll see how I feel in the morning, but I thought I would update you guys on that. Something I wanted to mention in there is that I have Alexa, stop. I swear, every time I record, there's more noises than ever. But I'll have to find the correct terminology for it. I'm not even going to pretend that I know how to pronounce it, but it's where the hip socket is larger than like the ball of the joint. I don't really know. But I took many, many years of physical therapy and worked with different like therapists, occupational therapy, physical therapy, to learn how to walk better and things like that. A lot of people grow out of it, but I have not. So I don't know if that causes a lot of my sciatic nerve pain, or if maybe that's where the pain's coming from and it's not my sciatic. I don't know. Don't come at me. I'm not a professional here. So yeah, tonight for dinner is chicken Kievs, and the boys are having regular baked potatoes. I'm having sweet potatoes just because I prefer them better, to be honest. Not anything like that. My nutrition today was not good at all. Started out okay, but then I kind of had like the very hungry caterpillar phase where I just went in and I just kept eating and eating and eating. And I find that those days happen when I don't start my day off with enough carbs. Like I get to a point, my body just says I need to refuel, and I just find myself munching nonstop. So tomorrow we'll restart on the nutrition and we'll see how I feel. I'll check in with you guys on my long run day. So today's long run, I didn't want to do because my hip has really been bothering me. I get like shooting pain all the way down to my foot, and then followed by a little bit of numbness, and then comes back. But I'm out here running, made it to like 3.2 miles, and I decided I just need to walk a little bit, not necessarily like because of my body, but just mentally. So I'm gonna walk to the stoplight up ahead, turn around, and head back, and hopefully it doesn't mess with my time too much, but just slowing down way too much. And I think it's better to walk and reset than to try and push myself. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll check in with you when I'm done. So I wore shorts today for the first time running, and they're okay. I had a little bit of thigh gobbling, but not as bad as I expected. Definitely gonna be wearing pants, even if my legs are wider than my upper body because of it. Silly funny story time. So this week's training was only supposed to be 5 miles, but I decided earlier in the week that it would be a 10K, so 6.1, I think, or maybe it's supposed to be 6.2. I did 6.1 either way. At mile 5.5, I look down at my watch and I go, wow, I can beat my 10K time, and I didn't even try today. And so I speed up, and I'm doing like almost an 8-minute mile, and all of a sudden I look down again and I see it says 5.75, and I was like, oh, it's time that goes by 60s, not miles. Crap. So then I ended up walking a little bit, and then I finished running. So that's the silly thing today. Blonde, very blonde moments. I It's funny, when I run, I have so many things and thoughts, and I'm like, oh, I should put this in the video, and this, and this, and then I get done and I can't remember any of it. But the main thing that I'm taking away today is that even though I ran 0.65 of the 6.1 miles, it doesn't take away from it being a run. I don't have to run farther to make up for that time that I walked. And I actually didn't have as much hip pain as I thought I would. The first 2 miles I had a little bit of a shooting pain with numbness that went away and then it came back. But after that it went away, and I actually feel really good. Like, I don't have any pain right now, and I've been struggling all week with it. Like, it was almost constant, to the point that I was like, maybe I should go in again for this. So that's that. Really proud of myself. I did it, and even though I didn't want to, so the one thing that I made myself promise was, even if I decide that I'm not going to run on my long run days, I'm going to go out and I'm going to walk it. There's no reason why I did a 10K versus the 5 miles that were planned, except that I had put it in my head that that's what I wanted to do earlier in the week, and I was like, hey, if this is what I'm going to do, then I'm going to stick with it. Like, I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm not going to change my mind a million times. And I stuck with it, and I did it. So, really proud. The only crappy thing is that I ran out of, like, track. So, I'm going to have to figure out another route as I get up in miles. Next week I'll probably go back to the normal plan. I think it's 5.5 miles next week. But other than that, this week was really good. I have learned that I really enjoy running outside versus on the treadmill, where before it was the opposite. But the treadmill definitely has helped. The other silly thing is that my plan was to go out super slow and then get a little bit faster. So I wanted to do like 14, 14, 13, 13, 12, and 12-minute miles. I ended up flipping it around again. Even though I swear to goodness I was like going super slow. So I don't know, something to work on. But again, I finished strong, running, and proud. And that's the only goals I have set through this entire process. So pretty excited. I'm gonna upload this week's videos all together, hopefully, if my phone has enough memory. And then I'll get that out to you. But thanks, make sure you subscribe, wherever that is, so you can follow the rest of my journey. I don't know how many days I have left. It's October 1st is the race. I think I have, oh gosh, I'm really bad at math, obviously. 16 minus 4. This is finishing out week 4. This week flew by. And next week is week 5. So, all right, I'll check in with you on Interval Monday. Peace. Oh, one other thing I wanted to put in here. It's a little dark. I am still doing these runs in, you can't really say a fasting state, because I take gel and need pre-workout, and I have some jelly beans that I have. This week's was like amazing flavor. I'll put it on the screen so you can see it real quick. But I'm starting to wonder if or when I need to incorporate food prior to my runs. I feel fine running though, but it's also right away in the morning, so I don't know if that's going to make a difference. So maybe we'll have to see as the week goes on if I start playing around with that or not. But alright, this is the last time I'm jumping on this week. I'll talk to you next week. Bye!